shit is a mess, and I apologize. Test, 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 test. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Test, test, test. Okay, make sure you guys can hear me. Make sure you guys can hear this. You know, because of the delay, sometimes it's awkward because you guys might already be seeing the whole time when I was waiting for a response. Just work with me, guys. Work with me, you heard? Such a New York thing, right? Alright, Tiffany's here. Tiffany's the number one. Hey, got the AC on. Alright? No more bitching over here. Okay. So, let's just wait for people to come in. You can hear me, right, Tiffany? And you can hear this. Where's everybody at? What's going on? Awesome. Where's everybody at? What's going on? Thought everybody was excited to hear about some songwriting and shit. Just want to make sure people are in before I just start going off. Going off. Yeah, so, alright, well, I'm just gonna start. Hopefully people will catch up. Alright, so this is to answer Tyrone's question on some very, very basic techniques when it comes to songwriting. And as I told him, even though you guys are more like hip-hop and that world, I've never written a hip-hop song, so I'm not even gonna try to explain that. I've written more like more pop or closer to pop songs, like rock stuff. So I'm gonna focus on that kind of songwriting aspect. So maybe the first thing I'll go over is some very basic music theory, because that'll kind of help. I'm gonna preface all this by saying that I am not a music theory guy. I learned a lot of it when I was growing up, and I would say like 60 to 80% of that, went in one ear and went out the other. So I don't really know too much about it, but I'm going to teach you some very, very basic things that'll hopefully help you in terms of like songwriting. So if you I can't really show you this, but like if you take a note, any note, right? This is middle C right here, and if you move 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps up, like, right? That's 4 half steps up. You will reach the third, the major third, relative to middle C. Right? So that would be considered a major third. It's an interval of 3. I mean, you say 3 because it's the third whole note, right? So maybe before I even go into that, right? If you take a note like middle C, so remember that term, okay, Miguel's here, cool. If you take a note middle C, if I was to play a major scale, the way I would do it is I would play C, then I would play the next full step up, another full step, a half step, a full step, full step, full step, half step. So that is a major scale, okay? major scale. And if you start on middle C, it's really easy because all the white keys are your scale. So right? So all these white keys come under the scale of C major. And then, so you might be wondering, why is it important to know a scale? Well, I'm not sure what the theory or history behind this is, but like knowing the scale will help you determine which chord you can go to next. So if I'm in C major and I play a C chord, I can go to any other chord in that scale. I'm a little low. All right. How about no? Oh shit, that's peaking. How's that? Better? Okay, I'm gonna assume that that's better. So, if you take middle C and you play all the white keys above it, ascending, you will have played a C major scale. Right? Now, if you play middle C and you play the third note in that scale, that's a third. When you play the fifth note in that scale, that's a fifth. And then if you play those three notes together, you have what's called a chord. That's a basic major chord, okay? Major is usually associated with happy or positive sounds, or positive emotions, I would say. If you want to switch that to a darker, sadder sound, you basically take that third note and you take it down by half a step, so the black key right below it. That would be considered a C minor chord, right? So hopefully this is making sense. Again, I'm not the guy to teach theory. This is like, I'm just kind of spitting out everything I know, and hopefully there's something in there for you guys to learn. So let's go back to C major. That's a C major chord, okay? Now, I can use this scale, which is all the white keys, to go to a different chord, and let's see how it sounds relative to the C major, right? All I did there was go from C major to G major. And again, I'm only hitting all the white keys, right? And I'm still using that 1, 3, 5. And I'm adding like an extra octave below it just to give it that depth. But that's the reason why we go to different chords, is to create movement in the song, right? So like if you have a song that's trying to tell a story, you need to be able to guide it in certain directions in order to tell that story. So you use chord progressions or chord movements to guide the listener through the various emotions of the story, right? That's kind of the point. So a lot of this has come from trial and error, not just from me, but like from thousands and thousands of years of songwriting, or hundreds, I don't know how long it's been going on. But a general easy way to like write a happy chord progression is, I think I've taught you guys, is you take the C major, go to G major, which I did, then go to A minor, and those are all white keys. Let me know if this is still like way too up there for you, because if it is, there's not really much else I can show you. I think it's really something you have to go and study some basic music theory to really understand. But if you want a very simple chord progression, it's like C major, G major, A minor, F major, right? So I was doing a lot of fluttery things on there, and that's really where it's the details that really make a song, because there's only a certain number of chord progressions and there's only a certain number of chords to begin with. So it's the details within those chords, and it's the progressions of the chords and the dynamics. Remember, you have so many tools to use while you're writing a song. It's not, you can take a basic chord progression and do so many things with it, right? So just dynamics. That is the same chord progression, only using dynamics. What else can we do? We can do staccato stuff. Staccato means very accented, or like very fast notes, I would say. So if legato is everything is connected, like that's legato, and staccato is, so it's like pointier, I guess. So instead of dynamics, let's change from legato to staccato. Right? And now let's try to use dynamics and staccato and legato. So I'm going to change these three components but use the exact same chord progression, okay? So let's start off with the basic chord progression. Now let's change to the dynamics. Staccato. So that's dynamics, staccato, and legato all combined in the exact same chord progression. Alright? And then you can take it even further than that. So you have all these things that you're changing, and now you can also start adding, you can also start playing different notes at different times. Because right now it's playing all the notes of the chord and changing dynamics, staccato, and legato. But now I can play individual notes, change staccato, legato, and dynamics. So check it out. So you can change so many things, and these are the changes that make songs different. And the coolest thing about today's era, I mean, I guess it's not just today's era, but like, along with all the things that you can change about a chord progression, you can also change the sonics. I'm on a piano now. Play this on a guitar, a different feel. You guys have synthesizers now, so you can come up with all kinds of creative sounds. That's why Miguel is always obsessed with sounds. It's because a new sound triggers a new inspiration, and that creates a whole other feeling and a whole other beat and a whole other song that gets produced out of it. So there's all these things you can change while using the exact same chord progressions. I've already showed you guys this before, but like the same chord progressions are like the same for so many songs, right? Like this is such a famous one. What is this song? Now it's not coming to me, but there's so many songs with this chord progression. Oh, there was a band that did this parody version of it, but anyway, life is brilliant, love is pure, I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. Right? She will be loved, she will be loved. What other song? I don't know. It's not coming to me, but there's a lot of songs. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. There's a time. So the same chords can be used in so many different songs, right? But it's about changing every aspect of dynamics, notes, staccato, legato, sound, sonics, lyrics, everything together combined that actually gives a song its identity, right? Now the question is, there's so many things you can change in a song. What do you change? It's like, yeah, I showed you how to change different things, but like, how do I know what to change? It's like there's so many ways you can change a song. So how do you change, right? And that is where the songwriting aspect kicks in. And what I always, or rather, I usually used to go on feel and just based on the emotion that I'm feeling. And it was a very kind of like, a very spontaneous, very like just primal way of doing it. But I've started to think about a new way, which is like, what do you want to say, first of all? Like, what's the message of your song that you want to convey across? So if it's happy mood or like, goddamn, this AC feels really good, it's like you can just, it can be more upbeat. Same chord, and again, I'm still using the same chord progressions right here. Happy, but you know, maybe like I don't know, like a good friend of mine who's been struggling with some dark shit has finally come out of it. Maybe you could write a song like that. So, you know what I mean? It's all based on like the mood, or as we always say, the vibe, right? And the vibe is a very like, again, it's a very primal, guttural, less defined feeling. But if you go way deeper than that, it'll help you inform how you should approach the songwriting. You know what I mean? So it's depending on the mood. So, you know, the upbeat one was for the AC, and the slow one was because it's your buddy who's been going through shit, but now he's coming out of it. So this is just some different ways you can approach songwriting. And yeah, so I guess let's try to write a song. I guess we'll do that. Now I'm way better at darker shit, but like, let's try a happy song. Fuck it. Let's try being happy. Now, I'm trying to think of a topic, but yeah, you know what? Let's go with that. Let's go with a friend who has been through some really dark shit recently, and he's finally coming out of it, and I can see the happiness in his eyes now. Something like that. Let's kind of go off of that feeling. The first thing I like to do, and this isn't always, everything I do right here is not a hard and fast rule. It's just how I'm approaching it right now. I think I'm going to write the chorus first. The chorus in any kind of pop song is like the payoff. It's like, yes, this is why I'm here, and this is why I want to listen to this song. It's like for this big payoff, right? So let's figure out what the payoff is going to be. Let's have the payoff be those basic chords, right? So now if a friend is going through some shit, and he's coming out of it, the chorus is going to talk about how, oh my God, look at him, he's happy now, and he's like, I can see the happiness in his eyes, like that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about that. So we go, you know, it's definitely going to be more powerful and uplifting. So like, and we got to come up with some sort of hook for that, right? See the joy in your eye. No, that's not good. Yeah, maybe we should do that. So, I see the joy in your eyes, and I know that you're alive. cool hook that we can do, right? I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. Let's do that. I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. I see the love. And then maybe the second time we should switch it up. So I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. I see the love shining through. I see the love shining through. And now, finally, it's become a part of you. I see the love shine. I see the love shining through. And finally, it's become a piece of you. So I can do that, okay? Well, there you go. This is the cheesiest song ever, but fuck it. Let's go with it. So I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. I see the love shining through. It's finally become a part of you. All right, so let's do that. Now, so we have the chorus, which is like this chord progression. So it's just that chord progression repeating 4 times. That's my chorus. I'm adding some notes in between to like lush it up. So instead of this, the first chord, I'm playing, which is basically taking the 3rd note and just turning it down. These are all like extensions of chords. So I would say, again, you need to go into the music theory a little bit to get this. And if you can, spend some time on a keyboard. Like, literally, I'm not doing anything, like, I'm not doing a difficult scale. This is C major, and it's just all the white keys. Like, everything white on this piano, if I play it, it will be in scale. So I'm just doing the very basic C major thing, right? So, first chord, let's do that. So that's the chord progression. I'm repeating it 4 times for the chorus. And, you know, each time is one line. Like, I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me you're still alive. Okay, so I'm only repeating it twice. I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. This is some country shit. I see the love shining through. It's telling me it's finally become a piece of you. Right? Oh, this is cheesy as fuck, man. We're going deep into the cheese right here. But whatever. That's what happens when you just totally whatever. The one thing is this making sense, Tyrone? I'm not getting any feedback, so I'm just assuming you're understanding. Is this too fast? Do I need to go back and do something? Talk to me. Is this making sense, guys? Give me some feedback, or else I'm not really gonna know what to do right now. Anything you want me to go over? Anything did I go too fast? Was I going too fast again? Doing my thing and like just frying your shit? Let me know. If you guys are still here. I mean, it says viewers, but I don't know. I don't know where you're at. I trust y'all. Yeah, it's ice cream man and shit. Okay, so Tiffany says she's good. Ty, this is kind of for you, so am I going too fast? Like, what are you thinking? Oh, you're not getting it? Which part do you want me to go over again? I can do it again. I'm good? Oh, you sure, right? You gotta jump in and ask questions, or else I'm not really gonna know. I'm gonna just assume you're getting this shit. And of course, you can always ask me after, so I guess it's okay. So, 4 chords. The basic, most simple chord progression ever, right? And I'm gonna play that twice. That's gonna be our chorus. The way I play it, the way I change the dynamics is based on the emotion that's involved in the songwriting. Do you have to change the number up for the bridge? Bro, I just started writing this chorus, you're already on a bridge? Calm down, man. Like, let me get to that. But yeah, I'll get to that. Let me finish this first. Diavian's like, I'm ready for the bridge already, man. I'm like, Alright, so 4 chords. I just played it twice over. And because of the emotion, I'm having it play like that powerful version. So instead of just playing it straight, like, I'm kind of giving some dynamic emphasis to it because it's supposed to be a guy who's kind of coming out of a shitty situation, and he's like, I'm happy to see him finally happy, you know? Like, right? And then I think I see the love. I see the love in your eyes, it's telling me that you're alive. And then we should probably change the vocals for the second time. I see your love shining through. Yeah, shining through. Finally become a piece of you. Yeah, let's do that. So somebody remember this because I might forget it. I see the love shining through. It's telling me. What? Fuck. I already forgot it. I see the love in your eyes. I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. I see the love shine. Oh. See the love shining through. It's finally become a piece of you. See the love. I see the love shining. Yeah, we should do. I see the love shining through. Let's do that. I see the love shining through. It's telling me a piece of you. Right? So that's our chorus. Now, so that's going to be the payoff, right? That's going to be the big moment, like, yes, my boy made it out of this hell that he was in, right? So now the question is, how do we build up to that? Like I told you at the beginning of the song is about somebody who's been through a lot of shit, who's finally getting out of it. Well, we just talked about him getting out of it, right? That's the chorus that we just did. Now we got to talk about the stuff that he was going through and address that. Because when we address that, that is going to make the chorus pay off even better, right? It's all about that storytelling aspect of it. It's like when you're in hell, you want to be able to climb up and get to this, like, just heaven. So we already defined our little, piece of payoff. Now we got to figure out what's the hell he was going through. And again, these are not final lyrics or anything. These are just whatever's coming at the top of the dome. So let's see. Let's try to keep it vague for now, because I don't even know what I want to talk about. So he was going through some shit. So, question is, now that we know that the verse is going to be a lot darker than the chorus, we can assume, or we can probably go with the fact that, like, maybe it's going to be a little softer, right? Like, because it's going to be dark, it's going to be a little more somber, and if that's the case, we just got to change our dynamics. So, which chords should we choose? Should we just choose the same ones? Maybe not, because it's not dark enough. Because that's happy. Happy. Well, that's kind of sad. So maybe we could start with that. Okay, so whatever that was, I'm going with it. It's basically, so those 4 chords in the beginning that I chose, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, all I'm doing is 3rd chord, 2nd chord, 4th chord. So it's these chords are the same as the ones that I already used, but I'm only using 3 of them, and I'm using it in a different order. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And that's it. Very basic. Oh man, this is coming out cheesy as fuck. Please don't judge me, guys. This is so cheesy. Anyway, so we got to talk about the dark stuff that's going on, right? So, and the chorus is, I see the love in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. So we talk about being alive. So maybe we should talk in the chorus. So maybe in the verse we should talk about death, or talk about some sort of inner death, and how, you know, it's kind of showing through. You know what? That's a cool intro too. I just realized that this could be a cool intro. Oh my god! You know what's a cool intro? Take it an octave up. So an octave is basically 8 notes, or 8 whole notes up. So remember the scale, C major. That last note is the same as the first note. So that's an octave, right? And what I did was, the pattern that I made for the verse, I just took that whole thing 1 octave up and just played it softer, baby. This is some fucking like 90s, like, hey, I'm a songwriter. All right, so what? Talk about death, sadness, and see the love. So the first note of the chorus is a see the love. So that's kind of like the pinnacle note. So maybe I should start lower, right? Okay, this is all improv. Let's go with it. Don't you cry. Lost it. I got way too conscious. Anyway, what did I say? Looking at the tears. Looking at the tears. Oh. No, maybe not tears. Cold, dark. Like, think of all the negative words. Cold, dark, sad, somber, death, pain. So pain. So maybe the pain is real. Yeah, the pain is real. The pain is real. The pain. Oh, maybe we should start. The pain is real. Don't ever. The pain is real. No, cheesy. The pain is real. I can't. The pain is real. I see it. What do I want to say? The pain is real. The pain's so real, you cling on, you hold on, you're clinging on. The pain is real, you're clinging. The pain is real, the pain is real as you cling on tight. Don't ever. Yeah, something like the pain is real. No, the pain is real. You're barely here, holding on to something something. Holding on to. Brain fart. Fuck it, let's just try. Pain is real, it's here to stay. I see it in your eyes. Don't ever forget. No, what? Don't ever forget. The pain is real, I see it in your eyes. Fuck it. Don't die, and won't be. Oh, guys, I'm not fucking there. I'm losing it. I had all this inspiration. The pain is real. The pain's a pain so real. It's oh so clear, deep in your eyes. The pain so real. The pain so real. My memory fucking sucks. The pain so real. Don't. Pain so real. Hard to. Pain so real. I see you die 1,000 times alone. Pain is real. I see you die 1,000 times alone. The end is near. It's in your eyes. It's time to go. But but we need something. Okay, let's go with that. Pain is real. See you die 1,000 deaths alone. It's in your eyes. I'm so close to the end. Don't let go. It's time to know. Right? This is all dark shit. Don't let go. It's time to go. And then we could go straight to the chorus, but that's a little too sudden, so I need some sort of bridge or pre-chorus to connect that. So let's do, so that. I see you die, see the love in your eyes. And then whatever the chorus is. Pain is real, oh so clear. Oh, see, thank you, Diaviana. I already forgot my lyrics. But that's a cool connecting bridge, and all I did was I took another chord in the scale and then just kept moving it up. Pre-chorus. Building up. Chorus. Payoff. Is this making sense, dude? So if I was to play it, pain so real, I see you die 1,000 deaths alone. It's in your eyes. It's time to go. You're barely holding on. You're slipping away. I see. Nothing I can do but pray that you make it through. And I see you crawling above the water. I see the love cut in your eyes. It's telling me that you're alive. See the love shining through. It's telling me that you're finally gonna make it through. Okay, I totally. Oh my god, that's the cheesiest shit I've ever written in my life. But does this make sense, dude? Please tell me this is making sense. I'm making a total ass of myself for you, writing this cheesy ass, broken heart love song shit. So please, is this helping you, man, or am I just making an ass of myself for nothing? Woo! And you know what? Right before that verse will be the intro, right? Pain is real, I know. outro. Don't cry. No, this is not crying. My eyes are itching. Come on, I'm not that soft. Send me those chords. Yo, Miguel, are we about to collab right now? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, bro? You want to collab? I'm down. So remember, the idea behind this whole thing was we had an idea of a guy in pain, a friend in pain, and he's coming out of that, right? The chorus is the payoff. That's him like, yes, I fucking made it, right? And the verse is like talking about the dark shit. And what makes the payoff so great is that you're coming from somewhere so dark and you're like reaching for that thing, right? And that's emphasized through the lyrics. It's emphasized through the chords. Very dark versus happy. Chorus, right? And it's also emphasized through the, well, I said lyrics, chords, and the dynamics, right? Because the verse is very... Right? Whew. Excuse me. Okay, so that's the payoff. So we got an intro, got a verse, we got a pre-chorus, chorus. Now we gotta do this bridge that Diabion badly wants. Now, okay, the concept of the bridge, right? If I was writing a basic song, maybe it would just be intro, verse, chorus, back to intro, verse, chorus again. And the question of do you need a bridge, right? Again, I'm trying to go back and think about what do we want to say, right? We want to talk about this guy coming out of this hell, right? And the chorus is the payoff. So what else do I have to say in the bridge? Right? Do I have to say anything else? What else is there to say? Maybe one thing you can say, because we talked about like how, oh wow, I finally see the happiness in your eyes that I never saw before. Maybe in the bridge, we can talk about I'm starting to really, or I start to, what you could say that like I'm starting to see the real you, or like you're showing sides of you that I've never seen before, and it's like, yes, you know, it's like you're starting to help people, you're starting to care for others, this positivity is spreading, right? Could talk about that as a bridge, right? So now, I guess the feel of that would be a little softer, so maybe I'll take it up a little bit, like. You know what? I'm going to make the bridge the reverse. Oh my God. You guys ready for this? So the verse, we talked about just a dark place, right? Dark stuff, right? What I'm going to do for the bridge is we're going to talk about the positivity that this guy is bringing to the world now. And we're going to reverse the verse. So it's going to be, instead of... Right? We're going to reverse the verse, switch the positivity on, and take it an octave up. So. Oh man, that's just deep on so many levels. So maybe the bridge could be like. About I see you a lot, so fuck that. Wounds they heal and will never be. Wounds. You know what? Okay, so this is the discovery aspect of songwriting. I was gonna talk about the positive things he's done, but maybe we'll talk about how wounds will eventually heal. So instead of talking about him, we can make it more universal now and just talk about how if you are in pain out there, if anybody's in pain out there, there is a way to get out of this. And again, it applies to flipping the verse because we're still going to talk about in like a positive arc way. So, wounds will always heal and will never be forgotten. You can make it on your own. That's cheesy as fuck. Wounds will always heal. So don't be afraid. Wounds will always heal, or heal, feel, real, seal, conceal. Spielberg? No. This is literally my songwriting process. Just like just a very dumbed down version of it. Real, feel, spiel, shield, keel, meal. For real? No. Wounds. The pain will go away. So I can't think of a word. So like, let's switch up the word. Pain will go away. Pain will dissipate. Fate. So that's good. Pain will dissipate. Pain will dissipate. Pain will dissipate. Fate. So how do we tie fate into that? Because like you're in control of your fate. Pain will dissipate. Pain will dissipate. Man, who the never break away from shackles of fate. The shackles of fate. That's cheesy as hell, but pain will dissipate. Break away from the shackles of your fate. You know what I mean? So pain will dissipate. Break away from the shackles of your fate. Just survive. See the love in your eyes. And then chorus, and then you can either end with the intro or end with the bridge. You know what? I'll end with the bridge. And that's a song right there. Now I'm going to try to perform it. I'm going to totally mess up these lyrics. And just remember, Tyrone, this is your fault right here. I saw the darkness when you were trying to install Pro Tools and make that beat. And then I saw you come out of the light. Here we go. Somebody give it a title. You guys give it a title in the chat below. Don't call it anything cheesy. Pain is real, I have to know. See you die 1,000 deaths in a row. Don't ever forget. You guys have made a total fucking ass. Better trails? Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Now we got, oh. Tyrone is like, I've been down these roads. I know how to title a song like this. So you guys have thoroughly made an ass of me, but I hope you got something out of it. Actually, more than anything, did you guys get something out of this? Is there something else you want me to go over? Was that clear? The way he turned around, yo, don't scare me like that. You know, I live alone in this apartment. I don't know who's, you know. Anyway, I think I went over songwriting. I think that you guys got it. And plus, this video is gonna be up here. So let's go back to Zoom, guys. Let's see you on Zoom.